Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of So Tell Us Time. We're super excited to be here with you today. And if you're on YouTube, you are seeing some different things. Yes, this is our new show, our new channel. We've got a new background. We've got some new equipment we're excited to be testing out today. So hopefully everything goes well. We do try to test these things out, but you never know. It is audio and visual, so things go wrong. But we are really excited. We're putting even more into this podcast because we just love spending time with you guys each week. So we're even going to try a new intro to our podcast. We're going to start with this one, and you can let us know. We're going to start with a little prelude to what the podcast is going to be about. And then we're going to play our intro, and then we're going to jump in. So you let us know if you like this or not. So today, we're actually going to be doing part 2 of a 2-part series that we started back in December. It was called Website Superhero, and it was part 1. We had written up part 2 and everything, but we forgot to do it. I guess we moved on. I don't know. Maybe Troy got sick. Maybe we had an event we had to run out to, and I ended up doing a podcast on my own. And so who knows what ended up happening, but we are going to be doing part 2 right now. So this is Website Superhero part 2. That was supposed to be done back in December. Thank you. Big shout out to Skeeter. We love you. Thank you for letting us know. He's been so excited to listen to part 2. He's been waiting since December. And last week, when we had a little bit of an audio issue on the like Spotify or Apple on the audio only, we had several of our listeners reach out and let us know, hey, it cut off at like 8 minutes and 13 seconds, which was great. We really appreciated that. The YouTube video was just fine. We were able to fix the audio version really quickly and get it up and post it out there. So hopefully if you only listened to, or you think that last week's was only 8 minutes, it wasn't. So go back and re-listen to that one. So today we're talking about, and it's funny because even the intro says last week we talked about how the psychology of marketing and turning your homepage into a lead capturing machine. But today we're going to be talking about how you can turn your website into your best employee, one that works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we're going to get into that in just a second. Coming in hot from Arizona, this is Trevor
and Troy Howard.
And you're on So Tell Us Time. You can have everything you want in your business. Sometimes you just need a little help.
Every business owner would love to charge more for their services, but sometimes you can sacrifice long-term loyalty for a short-term profit.
Creating the right rituals is key to your business having success.
Are you tired of competing with your competitors? Guess what? You don't have to compete if you create.
You'll have to let us know what you guys think. Did you like that? Is it better? Is it worse? Anyways, maybe you'll get used to it. Maybe you'll like it. Sometimes change is hard, but let's jump in, Troy. Website Superhero Part 2.
All right. So like Trevor said, last week we talked about, the psychology of marketing to turn your homepage into a lead capturing machine. Today, we're going to continue that, and we're going to talk about several different things. We're going to talk about calls to action, automated communication, online scheduling, and employment, and how you can make your website, automate your website to do these things for you. So the number one thing we're going to talk about is calls to action. So when you have a call to action on your website, what does that mean? So we're going to talk about a few different ways that you can do a call to action. The first call to action is call me, right? You want someone to pick up that phone and call your business right away. So you want to have your phone number on the website, and you want to make sure that your phone number is at the top of the website, and preferably up in the right corner, because our eyes go left to right. So we end on the right side. So you want that phone number up on the right side, and you want to make sure that it doesn't scroll away when people scroll through your website. So I want you to take a second, think about your website. If someone scrolls on your website, they go down the web page to look at something else, does your phone number and your navigation disappear? If it does, then you need to change your website, because that phone number should always be there in that top right corner, so that no matter where someone is on your website, they can instantly give you a call, right? So that's the first call to action. The second call to action is to have them fill out a call to action form. So that might be a request a quote, or if you're in the childcare industry, request, a tour. So you want to have something that is going to entice them to fill out a form and give you their contact information. And this is so important because you want to be able to automatically start following up with them, right? To get them scheduled, whatever it might be, as quickly as possible. So the second thing is getting them to fill out that call to action form. The third thing is a special offer. There are certain people that they just want to pick up the phone and they want to call you. There are other people that maybe are less committal and they want to fill out a call to action form and request that you do something for them, like a quote or things like that. But then there's another group that is all about special offers. They want a deal. And before they pick up the phone, before they fill out a form, they're going to want to get a deal. So you want to make sure that you have a special offer on your website, something that entices them, with an offer that they cannot refuse. Now, one of the important things to
listen in, because this is really important, that this is tried and true. All of this that we're talking about today is tried and true. We have literally done this on thousands and thousands of websites, and it has generated millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars in leads for our clients. So this is like, we know what we're talking about when we're talking about this.
Yeah, absolutely. And the great thing about it, like Trevor said, because we do so much with so many different clients, we're able to see across the board, across different industries, how well this works. And we're able to see that, look, here's the percentage of people that are going to call. Here's the people that are going to fill out a form. Here's the people that are going to get us, that are going to request a special offer, right? We can see those percentages and we know what works, but you got to make sure that you're giving them every single option, because if you don't, they may not give you their information, right? They don't become a lead. Mm-hmm. So one thing about that special offer is you want to make sure that it's not one of those annoying pop-ups that, like, the minute you come on a website, it pops up. And what does a person do with that? They immediately click the button to exit out. Your special offer goes away because they haven't even looked at your website. They don't even know who you are yet, right? So now they're going to look through your website. So make sure that you're doing a special offer at the right time. Something that doesn't pop up right away. Let them see the website, get to know you. Make sure it's something that they can put it away, but maybe it doesn't go away completely. Like for us, like with Sotellus, we have a special offer widget that it's in the bottom right corner. And when you click it to go away, it just kind of slides over to the left. And it's always there for them to be able to click and open it back up when they're ready to go, yes, I want that special offer, right? So you got to have that special offer there. The next thing is web chat. And web chat is so important. We have seen over the last 12 months that the number of people and the number of leads that come in through web chat is growing just astronomically. I mean, it's growing so fast. Consumers like to use web chat to communicate with businesses online. So when it comes to web chat, there's a couple of things you want to remember. First, you want to give them the ability to live chat with you. And you also want to have automated lead capture if your team is not available. So that's really important, right? People want to talk to someone. That's why they're chatting. So you want to have them have the ability during your business hours to be able to chat with someone live, and preferably not have a system where they're locked down to a computer and they have to, your employees have to sit at a computer all day to chat with people. No, you want them to be able to move around on the go, get a notification of a chat, and then be able to chat, right from their phone as they're walking down the hallway. But if your team is busy, you don't want to lose that lead. So you want to have automated lead capture. So if your team's not picking it up, that it will automatically ask them, hey, what is it you're looking for? How would you like us to contact you? Get all their information so that your team can follow up. And I promise you, man, web chat is it's exploding. So you want to make sure that you have chat 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your website. During your business hours, make it live. During the hours that it's not, do lead capture, or if you're not available. So web chat is really important. The next thing is automated communication. And this is really important because one of the biggest problems that businesses have nowadays is they don't get back to their leads fast enough. right? And there's some great studies that have been done on this. There is one study that showed that 78% of consumers go with the business that reaches out to them first, right? When they reach out and contact businesses, whichever one gets back to them first, that's who they're going to go with. So you want to make sure that you have automated messaging to follow up with all of your leads. And we're going to talk about a couple different ways to do that. Number one is your phone. I want you to think about your phone. If someone calls your phone and you or your team is not available, what happens? They leave a voicemail, probably, right? What if they don't leave a voicemail? Does your system capture that phone number so that you can follow up with them? It should, right? But even if they do leave a voicemail, how does that become a lead in your business? Does it get marked down somewhere? Does it get put into a system where you can follow up and assign it to a team member to follow up? Or is it just a voicemail that's sitting on there and you hope that your team listens to the voicemail and then calls that person back? And if they do call them back, they probably call them back once and never follow up again, right? So one of the things that we love is what we call missed call text back. So if you miss like for example, you call into us, we miss that call with you. Sure, you're going to be able to leave a voicemail. Absolutely. But what our system's going to do is going to automatically send you a text message as well that says, hey, we're so sorry that we missed your call. Please feel free to text us back at this number for a faster response. And I can't tell you how many people immediately start texting, right? Even though they just left a voicemail, they're like, oh, I'll text with you. Boom. And then our team's right there to communicate with them. So a missed call text back is one of the best ways to take what is kind of a cold lead, right? Because they left a voicemail. Now they're moving on to do something else and turning it right back into a warm lead by communicating with them through text. So that's a great way to have automated communication. Another one is with your forms and your special offers. And this is really important as well. So here's what we suggest. If somebody fills out a form on your website or claims a special offer, you know what most businesses do? They have a little thank you that says, thank you so much for filling out this form. We'll get back to you within 24 hours. What? 24 hours? That means you don't want the job, basically, right, Trevor?
Yep. 24 hours.
So,
like 97, what is it? 97% of people, take 24 hours to get back to somebody. That's insane.
Yeah, it's like 93% of businesses take up to 24 hours to get back to them. Only 7% actually get back to a business within 5 minutes of that lead coming in the door. But again, we know, like we talked about earlier, that 5%, they're going to get 78% of the business because they're the first business getting back to them.
Yep.
Right? So here's what we suggest when it comes to people filling out forms on your websites or claiming a special offer. You should immediately have an automated email and a text message that goes out to them, thanking them for filling out the form, letting them know that you are going to reach out to them immediately, right? Yep. Then you should notify your team, hey, we just got a new lead. Here's their information, right? So that your team can take action. One thing that we like to do in our business is what we call a call connect. And this is going to blow your mind. So when someone opts in, for like our Sotellus product, they fill out the form, they want more information. Not only do we send them an automated email and a text message right away, but we do what we call a call connect, where basically our system calls one of our sales, team. So one of the members of our sales team, and our, let's say it's Nick. Nick picks up the phone and an automated voice says, hey, Nick, you have a new lead. Their name is Brian Howard. Press 1 to connect. And Nick just presses 1 on his phone. And then our system calls Brian's phone number, who, again, Brian just opted in. And Brian picks up the phone, and Brian just got a text message from us as well from that phone number. He picks up the phone, and then boom, our system automatically connects Nick with Brian within 2 minutes of Brian opting in on our website. Can you imagine how many people we connect with when we do it that fast? So that's what we call a call connect. So I want you to think about that in your business. How many more jobs could you close if you were not only sending an email and a text message, but doing a phone call in the first 2 minutes that a lead opts in, right?
Yeah, be the really what, 7%? Be a part of the 7%. Don't be part of the 93% of your competitors that are not going to get back to a potential lead for 24 hours. That's insane.
Absolutely. Because guess what? You're going to have the job and be scheduling the job before they even respond back. to them. So that's what's important. All right. Next thing we're going to talk about is let's talk about we talked about web chat, right? You want to make sure that you have live chat available. You want to make sure that you have lead capture available as well. And you can, with that lead capture, put some automated messaging in with that. Send out an automated email, an automated SMS, a text message following up with them saying, thank you so much for chatting with us on the website, right? If there's anything you need, please let us know. You can text us here, right? So the next thing is online scheduling. This is so important, right? You want to make sure that people have, if you do appointments, you want to make sure that they have instant access to your calendar right after they opt in, right? If that's what you want them to do, if someone is going to fill out a form and the very next step is they need to schedule with you or with a team member, give them a calendar instantly that they can go ahead and pick a time right then and schedule that. Don't have don't follow up with them, play phone tag for 3 days trying to figure out when you can get, meet together and schedule with them when they're ready to schedule right then, right? So have that online scheduling available. Connect it to your calendar, which has your availability or team's availability. So they can literally pick a time and schedule right then with your team. And then, of course, you want to make sure that you have email and text message confirmations and appointment reminders. Because the worst thing to happen is you get a lead, you get them on your calendar, and then you don't remind them of the appointment and they don't show up, right? And now you don't have that opportunity to sell them. So make sure you have, automated reminders built into that as well. All right. The next one, the final one is employment. Man, there are so many businesses out there right now that are going, I need to hire. I need more employees, right? And they want to speed up that process and get as many employees as they can, but they're still doing it in a very antiquated way. It's like, what most people are doing is say, hey, fill out a form on my website or send me your resume and then I'll get back to you. And then maybe we'll schedule an appointment. And it's like a week-long process to get somebody in, right? Well, here's what you should be doing. If you want to streamline, if you want to turn your website into a superhero, here's what you do. You put an employment form on your website, right? That people can go right on your website. They can fill out the form. When they fill out the form, it immediately sends them an email and a text message confirmation, letting them know that we've received their application and that we'll be getting back to them shortly. Then you want the ability to quickly accept or reject the application, right? Look at it very quickly and say, yep, this is someone I want to interview, or nope, this is someone I don't. If it's someone you don't want to interview, have automated email and text message that goes out to them that says, hey, thanks so much for applying, but, we're not hiring right now, and let them down easy. But if it's someone that you do want to, accept, immediately text message, email saying, hey, we would love to interview you. Here's a link to our calendar, schedule a time, and we'll see you then, right? And again, now you're going back to that online calendar. They can pick a time that works for them. You have reminders, confirmations, and reminders automatically going out to make sure they show up to their interview. And this is how you streamline that employment, workflow, if you will, to make sure that you're getting the best applicants in, you're getting them scheduled right away, and you can get them hired right away if they're the right person. So you can see how your website could actually take care of that for you instead of you having to play phone tag and do all these things, back and forth emails, trying to get a time that you can meet with them. Absolutely not. Let your website do all the work. All right, Trevor, what else do you want to add?
No, that's good. I think we thoroughly covered it. Hopefully, Skeeter, hopefully you loved that episode, because I'm telling you, it kind of goes along with the automation that we're talking about nowadays, some of our more recent podcasts, right? Yeah. Making that website your superhero. It can work for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it does work in every industry. In fact, funny thing enough, I'm glad Skeeter asked for this, because we just set this up for a DJ in our local area that he has his website doing all of this for him, and he absolutely loves it. it's been amazing for him to have it actually like, put it onto his calendars, and his calendar is shared with other DJs that he works with. And so it keeps track of everything, and people are able to schedule times that are available for him and for them. So it's been really awesome with all the reminders and everything like that. We even has web forms where he needs to collect certain information. So it will text them and email them to say, hey, can you please fill out this form? And if they don't fill it out, it continues to follow up with them until they do fill it out. And the minute that they do fill it out, it stops doing that. So anyway, Skeeter, hope you loved this episode. It's a phenomenal one. Get out there, guys. Get your website set up this way. Let's talk about the homework. So if your website doesn't do all of these things, then you need to reach out to us. And we can do this for you. We can help you with your website. We can help you at least direct you in the right, put you in the right direction. How about that? We can help kind of say, this is your business, this is what you do, and this is what your website should be doing for you. You don't have to hire us to do this for you. We'll be happy to honestly just even give you, the pointers of what it should do for your business. Always happy to do that. Thank you guys so much for being such loyal and wonderful listeners. We love you. We appreciate you. And hey, today was a new test for us. So thanks for any patience that you may have had to have with us. On YouTube, it's totally different. You're going to see new things going on. You're going to see fun things happening. So it isn't always smooth when you're implementing new things, but I think overall today went pretty well. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. And we will check you guys out on the next episode of So Tell Us Time.